Dr. Phil is an American talk show which follows on the success of Dr. Phil McGraw, whose appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show turned out to be a huge success, and Oprah Winfrey helped him to create his own show. In today's video, we are listing down the top 10 most heartbreaking interviews of Dr. Phil. So without any further ado, let's begin. Number 10. A Child in Trouble. Which parent wouldn't have their heartstrings pulled by watching a child in trouble? For most moms and dads, being out of control would translate to tossing huffs and perhaps lying or stealing from the shop. For Inesca, out of control meant setting fire to stuff and choking her siblings. This was a deeply disturbing interview, especially when Inesca said that the voices inside of her head were telling her to do what she was doing. Number 9. A Life Affected by Addiction. Actor Nicholas Brendon, who played Xander in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, appeared on Dr. Phil for his battles with depression and addiction, wishing to find some relief for his situation and publicly showing the traps of addictive substances. Dr. Phil's probing on the show left him more and more protective, which was both heartbreaking and awkward to watch. It was very sad to see what depression and addiction and long battle with these had done to his image. Number 8. Like mother, like daughter. People think that all moms believe their sons or daughters are just the most beautiful things. However, this isn't always true in every case, as revealed in an episode of Dr. Phil, when Mother Marian admitted to changing her daughter's looks. This interview saw Miranda accepting that she had motivated her daughter to look like a romantic dancer and get chest implants along with tattoos. The mother had even explained to her daughter that this was what men wanted. Number 7. Sugar Baby Duo Shocks Viewers. It's always sad to see people going away in their morals and standards. It's more sad when parents influence their children to follow the wrong goals. But what happens when a daughter influences her mother to resort to horrible and bad behavior? This surprising reality was explored in an interview with Dr. Phil with Riley, who supports older men for money, who has taught her mother to be a sugar baby like she is. Number 6. Dad of a Killer. It's always heartbreaking to see the parents of a killer or convicted criminal express their suffering over their daughter or son. This is why it was so hard for viewers to watch the episode of Dr. Phil featuring the father of Austin Harif, named the Cannibal Killer. He expressed his pain and said he still couldn't believe his son was guilty, considering that he was the kindest and most caring kid he had ever remembered. Number 5. KKK-affected son speaks up. A man named Peyton spoke to Dr. Phil about his father, a member of the KKK, ripped his life and family apart with his racist and harsh behavior. This dad spent 9 years in prison for unthinkable crimes related to the KKK. The crimes included manufacturing bombs to blow up a clinic and race-related infringements. The most sad part of the show was hearing the grandfather's insult of Peyton's son. Number 4. Heartbroken Nick Gordon speaks out. One of the tragic moments on the show was the breaking down of Nick Gordon, who was the boyfriend of Bobby Christina Brown and was murdered in 2012. Brown was the daughter of the late Whitney Houston. The heartbroken, traumatized Gordon told Dr. Phil and the audience that he didn't care about anything anymore, and reached under the influence of alcohol to give his interview on live television. It was shocking to see the grief and brokenness in the young man. Number 3. In Love with Heroin. In this interview, Nikki, a heroin user, shared how she had been criticized by her family. This heartbreaking account of what drugs can do to a family also demonstrated how Nikki had splashed in prostitution to support her habit. She also openly admitted that she put heroin above her own baby. This shocking case angered and disturbed many viewers and drove home the actual reality of drug addicts and their families. Number 2. Stars Fall from Glory. It was heartbreaking to watch Shelley Duvall on the Dr. Phil show, assuming her fall from fame and glory. She appeared on the show with many misconceptions which she openly expressed, while breaking fans' hearts in the process. The shy actress has been in a lot of mental problems following her glory days on The Shining. On the show, she spoke about how she thought Robin Williams was not dead, but was actually shape-shifting. This was one of various misconceptions that she expressed. It looks like she was on the show as a request for help. Number 1. JonBenét's brother shares memories. Who can forget the sad news of beauty princess JonBenét Ramsey's murder? The little pageant star's body was found in her parents' residence, and the mystery of her murder hasn't been solved yet. Dr. Phil fans watched the show very sadly, while JonBenét's brother Burke recalled the horrible incident, including details of his mother's desperate search for her daughter and expressed pains on finding out her body. While viewers criticized Burke for behaving inappropriately, it is still one of the saddest episodes of the show. With that being said, it's time to end our video. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by hitting the red subscribe button.